is a new day in America as the 46th President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris inauguration ceremony held at the Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. The inauguration of the President of the United States is a ceremony to mark the commencement of a new 4-year term of the President of the United States. The inauguration takes place for each new presidential term, even if the President is continuing in office for a second term. You can see in the video Joe Biden and his Vice President Harris and their spouse walking into the building. The 44th ex-president of the United States Barack Obama also arrived at the Capitol Hill for Biden and Harris inauguration.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, everybody.
Watch the moment Kamala and Joe Biden sworn in as the 46th President and Vice President of the United States. Watch the video.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
That I will well and faithfully discharge.
That I will well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
The duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Okay, let's look at US President Joe Biden's first executive orders in office. Joe Biden, in his first official act as president, signed a series of executive action on Wednesday night, January 20, 2001, to reverse the policy of Donald Trump administration on immigration, climate change, the handling of the coronavirus pandemic. So there are about 17 orders. I'll only be picking few points from it. The president signed on his first day the coronavirus pandemic mask requirements. Biden is requiring the use of masks and social distancing in all federal buildings, on the federal lands, and by the federal employees and contractors. Also, on World Health Organization, Biden also is directing the government to rejoin the World Health Organization, which Donald Trump withdrew from earlier this year after accusing it of incompetence and borrowing to China pressure over the coronavirus. Joe Biden also signed an executive orders on immigration. Biden is ending what is variously known as the travel ban or the Muslim ban, one of the first acts of the Trump administration. Trump in January 2017 banned foreign nationals from several mostly Muslim countries from entering into the country after a lengthy court fight. A watered-down version of the rule was upheld by the Supreme Court in a 5-4 decision in 2018. The new administration says it will improve the screening of visitors by strengthening information sharing with foreign governments and other measures. Border wall. Biden is immediately ending the national emergency that Trump declared on the border in February 2018 to divert billions of dollars from the Defense Department toward construction. Despite Trump's repeated promises that Mexico would pay for the wall, U.S. Customs and Border Protection says Americans have committed $15 billion for more than 7 miles. It is unclear how many miles are under construction and what it is the government would have to pay for cancelling them. Also, on DACA, Biden will order his cabinet to work to preserve the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, which has shielded hundreds of thousands of people who came to the country as young children from deportation since it was introduced in 2012. Trump ordered an end to DACA in 2017, triggering a legal challenge that ended in June when the Supreme Court ruled that it should be kept in place because the Trump administration failed to follow federal rule-making guidelines on doing it. But DACA is still facing legal challenges. In his presidential proclamation, Biden is calling on Congress to adopt legislation that gives DACA recipients permanent legal status and a path to citizenship. There are currently about 700 people enrolled. Biden also made his first executive order on student loan. Biden is asking the Educational Department to extend a pause of federal student loan payment through at least September 30th. Borrowers who owe a collective $1.5 trillion will not be required to make payments on their federal student loans. Biden's order does not include the type of max debt cancellation that some Democrats asked him to orchestrate through executive action. He has said that the action should come from Congress. So with all these 17 executive orders that Joe Biden signed into act on his first day as president, what do you think Donald Trump will feel about all these changes? Drop your comments in the comment section. Alright guys, that will be all for today on Hanging Out with Seyiwa on Trending News. If you have any stories you want us to cover, do not hesitate to send us a mail. And don't forget to press the subscribe button to subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notifications when we upload new videos.